Welcome back to the Unprofessional Fives, Season 3, the Pro Series, Episode 3. We are here with Blue Team. We've got Andrea Cassar coming back after that amazing performance in the last game. Four Leaf has gotten the call up again. Sean Alul back after a great performance, showing that non-professional players can keep up. Charles Gandini, the pickpocket, Gianluca Zammit, the poacher, and Big Mish are here as well. Familiar faces to everyone. This team has obviously shown their talent in the first two episodes. On Team Red, we've got a few new faces. We've got Reese's Pieces making his return after their episode 1. Great game from him there. We're going to see more from him today. The baby-faced assassin Yuya Amura making his return to the Fives after Season 1. He had one game in Season 1. He's back. He's going to make his debut now again. Donis, aka Twinkle Toes, Old Bill Marketire, very familiar face from Season 2. Again, Sean Alul did so well in the last episode, we decided to give another Vibes player an opportunity to balance out the teams on both sides. And Bullseye, Andre Katayar, with national team experience in beach soccer, futsal background. He's played all across the MFA leagues. He is a deadly goal scorer in Maltese football. Let's see if he can transition those goals onto the pitch. And here he is on the ball now, starting the game off. Joined on commentary with me today, as always, is the man that is in a rush to go to his brunch, Steve Spiteri. Say hello, Steve.
Hey guys, really excited to see what this match has to offer. Bit of a mix-up to the teams, and really excited to see those new faces performing.
Yeah, like we said, one of the new faces is a returner from Season 1. He's on the ball just there, Yuya Amura, the Japanese assassin. Honestly, this guy, we had such big expectations for him in Season 1, and he didn't quite deliver to what we had expected from him and what I've known of him. I've played with him now for quite a few years in Malta, and he is one of those technical wizards on the ball. Really, really suited to five-a-sides, but I think the game we put him in may have just... The likes of TJ, I think, absolutely destroyed him on one tackle, and then after that he found it quite difficult to get back into the game in the Season 1 episode he played in. We've got him in a much more techie game today, and I am super excited to see what he can do for us. He's going to be a much more regular face in this series. We're going to give him a good run of games so that he can show us what he's got, and he's on the ball there and he rattles the post. Let's have a quick look at Mish there, falling over, everyone laughing at Mish. But maybe the Undertaker did come back for a second round there and pulled him from underneath there. Otherwise, the blade of grass is tackling Mish.
Yeah, maybe the lights going off would have actually played to Mish's advantage there.
Exactly. Mish all over the gaff right now, looking like Bambi on ice. We're going to see how Red Team get on today. They have got a few new faces. Obviously, Mark is new to the series. He's played in Season 2, but will he keep up with the pros? That is the tale that's going to be told today. Obviously, there is one unsigned player on both teams today, and Sean gets us underway straight away, showing that Vibes is not to be scoffed at right there. Straight into the box. Lovely left-footed finish, roof of the goal. Reese, no chance there.
Reese, no chance, but incredible vision from Gianluca, playing that provider role again, just as we saw in the second episode, getting that assist with Luca. Sean making an incredible run into the box, leaving Reese helpless.
Red Team here, lovely little passage of play, and this is absolutely superb football. And Yuya makes Andrea save it at the near post, but that little one-touch football, I think, is something that we're really going to see here. Is instant reply. Andre off the mark. First goal for the Red Team, first goal for Andre Kataya, aka Bullseye, because he always hits the target. That was a lethal finish on his left foot, something we're probably going to see a lot more of, I think, from Andre. Again,
just as we said for Reese being helpless on the other side of the pitch, Andrea there, amazing shot by Andre into the top corner. Andrea helpless, and seeing Yuya and Andre linking up for the first time as well in this season.
Gianluca on the ball there, makes a good save from Reese as Mish comes forward as well, and that is a double save from Reese's Pieces, getting himself off the mark. You can see me on camera duty again in the bright pink shorts with my phone out doing some social media posting as well. Trying my best to do everything at once, refereeing, social media, camera work. Yuya almost scores a header there, not sure how much of that he knew.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't have been on purpose. And I was going to say, Dan, as well, I am definitely not living up to my cameraman moniker in these past two episodes. seeing you doing all of this work. on
Yeah,
camera
I
duties.
can't remember what the reason was. You had something, I think it was a team meeting. There was some reason why you couldn't make it today.
Yeah,
And,
but hopefully it was just these 2 episodes. I'll
that's
definitely make more appearances.
What we planned for. Obviously, we know that I can do the camera work, so great effort there. I thought that was almost in there from Gianluca. Great shot. And that's another good save from Reece. But yeah, there's been a few episodes where obviously we cover each other. If you need to play, I take over the camera work, or if you can't make it, I'm always there. Obviously, you were still able to lend me the cameras so that we could take high quality photos, because we know my cameras are dog shit.
Yeah, showing teamwork both on and off the pitch then.
Exactly, that's why we're on commentary together as well. That chemistry doesn't just lend to itself on the pitch. We make a great team off the pitch as well. Gianluca driving out of the back, lovely little step there to create some space, and he's passed it to Donis of all players there. Donis on the ball now, trying to create a little bit of space. We find Donis actually usually occupies that left wing. I think we've seen in the previous 3 games now, he's found himself most dangerous on that left wing, taking up this space here and playing that reverse ball across the field to the back post. Definitely signature position for Donis there. Let's see throughout the game if he takes up that position more. Mish on the ball here. We're looking to see another big performance from Mish, as he is competing with Gianluca and Luca for top spot in 3 different leaderboards right now. And one thing to note is Gianluca is not at the game today, so this is a pivotal moment for the likes of Gianluca and Mish to try and get themselves points on the board and get themselves ahead on the leaderboards, just like Gianluca's done there. Lovely little toe poke finish there into the corner. Reece, no chance, in the bottom corner, and that is a vital 2 points that gets added to the tally of Gianluca and pushes him a little bit closer to overtaking Luca Gatt on the MVP leaderboard. These are the moments where the games are that much more important to get yourself points.
Yeah, Luca not being present for this game, it's definitely going to play to Gianluca's and Mish's advantage. We could see Mish there hovering on the second post, cheekily trying to steal Gianluca's goal, I think, over there. So we can see the competitive nature of these players and the games, even when they're playing on the same team.
Exactly, that's it. It starts to really come to prominence here. What you'll find is the Fives is not a team sport. Although they're playing on a team, it is a showcase series. It's an individual leaderboard, as you've seen. Really, this is the time for you to get yourself stats and show off what you've got. So it's not really against the run of play to go and score a goal or steal a goal off someone else. If you want the points, go and get your foot on the ball before it crosses the line and take the glory.
Yeah, especially in these small format games for these professional players, being a bit more selfish will play to their advantage.
A little bit of confusion there as Andrea handles the ball outside of the box, but I let play go on knowing that Andre was coming in ready to take the shot. You'll see in the replay here, Andrea cheekily handballs it there. Mark stops, the blue team stop as well. Out of nowhere comes Bullseye, and he just whips that ball with that left foot, that absolute wand of a foot. Whips it into the far post, and that is the second goal of the game for Andre. And is he going to prove competition for Gianluca this series? I think if there's anyone so far that we've seen in the series that can score at the same rate as Gianluca, my money would be on Andre. Definitely a seasoned veteran at goal scoring in the Maltese football leagues across 3 different disciplines. We're looking at futsal, we're looking at beach soccer, we're looking at 11-a-side football. Andre really is the total package when it comes to these disciplines. And look at that, it's that little quick footwork partnered with the devastating left foot that makes him such a weapon in these games.
Yeah, I've seen Andre play in various games. I've had the privilege of playing on the same team as Andre. If anyone's going to give Gianluca competition in the top scorer, it's definitely going to be him. Absolutely ruthless in front of goal.
Gianluca giving a little bit there to Donis. As the competition's starting to really heat up on the field. Donis on the ball, on that left wing again, looking to try and take the line. Waiting for the right opportunity. Just the one thing you'll notice about Donis, he very rarely rushes. Very patient on the ball. Someone who will look after the ball in possession, not give away the ball very often, and just wait for the right moment to then play that killer pass. You're on the ball, tries to find Andre out wide, but it doesn't come off. What are all your thoughts so far on the 2 Vibes players? We've got Sean on one side, Mark on the other, aka Old Bill.
Sean is again showing his his ability to play in these games, just as he did in the previous episode in the first half. Mark hasn't really had an impact on the game yet, but I guess they're two different style of players. Sean being more of that technical player and Mark being more of a creator type of person. Might find a bit of a problem playing with Donis in this team because Donis is another creator as well. But as we say that, Mark goes ahead and gets his first goal.
Mark off the board, Old Bill with the finish. I think a lot of the work goes to, a lot of the credit will definitely go to Andre.
Yeah, amazing steal there by Andre.
Good steal of possession, fakes the shot, rolls it across, and that's an empty goal for Old Bill. Anyone you would expect to put that in the back of the net. And Old Bill is off the mark. Old Bill we've seen in Season 2 is a very direct player, similar to Gianluca in the way that he beats players 1v1, carries the ball very well, looks to try and stretch the pitch. And we'll see if he's able to lend that into this game today. Obviously, playing against higher level opposition is always going to be a test to see whether the footwork can work in the same way that it does against the unsigned players. I think this is going to be the biggest test for Mark, is to find out whether his footwork is good enough to do the same thing or whether he's going to have to adapt his game a little bit. Yuya is someone who is always dangerous. That's why he's called the baby-faced assassin. Look at that little step to beat Sean down the line, fires the ball low, hard, goes straight through the legs of Andrea in goal. And that's 4-2 to the red team.
Yeah, Yuya showing his incredible attributes over there, his change of pace, his placement of the ball, his finishing ability, just really good overall, and linking up well with Mark as well for the assist.
I think red team's starting to pull away now. 12 minutes into the game, there's a 2-goal lead. That is double the deficit. Blue team need 2 goals to try and get back into the game. I'm looking around at the moment, wondering who's going to score them the goals, and it's definitely going to be that guy on the ball right there. Gianluca does another creative piece of skill. He really does have that in his locker to just produce something creative out of nothing. Lovely header across the bottom. We've talked about it before. To see a headed goal in particular is a very rare sight in five-a-side, let alone to see a header to another header.
Definitely.
Crazy goal right there.
Crazy assist, crazy goal. Reece left stranding. Unfortunately, Yuya's defensive intervention still allowed Gianluca to play the ball to Charles, and Charles showing his ruthlessness by waiting on the second post for that opportunity to get his goal.
Also, let's not underestimate the airtime that he got. What a jump from Charles. Really had to jump to get over the top of the ball. Obviously, we know the posts are small, so if you get any kind of contact under the ball, it's going straight over the bar. Being that close to the goal, he really leapt like a gazelle to get into the air there to control it and just give it that little cushion back down towards the goal and keep it on frame. Sean on the ball here. Is he going to look to pass or will he take the shot? A good save from Reece there. Mish restarts the game to Gianluca. Gianluca tries to take the shot, and Burhan there on the camera must have been scared of the ball coming and hitting him in the face with the amount of power that Gianluca put on that shot as it deflects off the shoulder, off the boot of Yuya.
Yeah, Gianluca hasn't got his shooting boots on again, it seems, this goal, and I've just been proven wrong.
Commentator's curse. Commentator's curse comes into play. 4-4. We've got a game on our hands once again. Do not underestimate the creativity of Sean there. Little back heel into space. Gianluca with one touch to take it round Reece, who gets caught in no man's land, and Gianluca puts the finish in the back of the net there. Great goal from Gianluca. Turning it on at times. Again, like you said, he's not been as consistent as he was in the first game, but the sparks are there, and that's all that matters right now, is getting little flashes, little glimpses of brilliance to keep his team in the game, and he's definitely carrying his team right now creatively.
Yeah, Gianluca showing his all-roundedness and also giving Andre the excuse to basically step up and score more goals and catch up with him.
We're definitely going to see the two of them going head-to-head today to try and score the most goals. It's going to be a competition. How many goals have both scored so far? Andre's on 2, and I believe Gianluca is on 2 already as well, or not?
I'm not sure if that was his first one or if he scored 2. He's definitely got 2 assists, but great performance by both of the players.
We will see as the game goes on how many goals they end on, and Mish hits the post there. It just hasn't been Mish's day today so far.
Yeah, it hasn't been really going well for Mish in this game. Something's just not clicking for him.
A few chances and hitting the post, missing the goal. Unlike Mish's great turn there from Andre. Ooh, maybe could have taken another touch there just to drive a little bit closer to goal and widen the angle. Lovely footwork from Gianluca as he drives into space, gives the ball out wide, played across. Reece makes the interception, and just like that, the fast counter attack is going to come on And Andre chooses to slow the game down. Lovely little footwork, beats 2 players, gives it out wide to Donis in his favoured left wing position. Yuya gets the ball in a great space, and Andrea makes a great save there.
Did he handle it outside of the box again, Dan?
He was just on the edge of the box. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Seems to be a common team.
The ball gives it to Mark. Mark plays it out to Andre. Andre waiting for someone to make the run, but it isn't being made. And just like that, blue team are going to try and intercept the ball. Lovely little battle there. Mark comes out on the ball. It's been intercepted, and Charles cannot keep a hold of it there. That could have been a great counter-attack had they have kept the ball. Donis on the ball now, trying to get past Mish. Hard customer to try and get past. Let's not make it easy for Mish there. Mish is a big guy. It's very difficult to push the ball round.
Donis though showing his creative attributes as well on that left wing, as you've correctly said, Dan. That position definitely plays the best for the way Donis plays. He's fast on the ball, always looking for that crucial pass either onto the second post or into the box. Lets the game unfold around him, and then just plays that one pass.
Mish playing the ball to his Gargoyle FC teammate Mark Katayal there. Unfortunately, they're not in the same team today, and this could prove costly. Gianluca on the ball, drives through, just couldn't get the finish. He's still got hold of the ball, gives it back to Mish. Could Mish get the finish? No, it's been blocked. Mish going to quickly play from the free kick here and line up what looks like a sledgehammer of a shot here. Big shot, and what a strong palm there from Reese.
Yeah, big save from Reese there.
That's on the free kicks. The set pieces can be crucial in this game. Obviously, we know 5-a-side, the pitch is so small, every free kick you get is a good shot to take a direct attempt at goal. Ball played across, open goal, Donis misses the ball there, hits the post.
Seems to be a bit of confusion, yeah.
I think red team wanted a handball, blue team for some reason were happy to give it to them and stopped, but I told them no, carry on. The ball hit the post and randomly hit Sean. Unexpected with his hands down by his sides. I'm not going to punish him for that. I think Donis deserved to be punished for a poor finish.
Definitely very uncharacteristic of Donis, who usually takes advantage of those chances, especially into an empty goal.
And red team for some reason just didn't punish them there. I mean, even old Bill gets the chance at the end there. Mark at the front of goal with a volley and just blasts it straight at Andrea from point blank range. It's a good save from Andrea, but really should have been a goal, and it should be going into half time with 10 seconds left. It should be 5-4 to red team. They might be able to do it now still as the ball comes up. Andre on the turn.
Andre definitely showing why he deserves to be in this game and why he deserves to be on the pitch.
Great level of improvisation there, just to take that ball on the spin and try to do a side volley.
Yeah, probably felt the player behind him on his shoulder, realised he didn't have the time to turn completely and had to improvise. Great improvisation there.
We're at the point now that the next time the ball goes out of play, I believe it will be half time. There we go, and it goes into the break. 4-4, it's been an even game. As we expected, I think the prediction at the beginning of the game was that this is going to be a very, very even game looking at the players that are on both sides. A pretty good like-for-like game. How have you seen the game go so far?
Yeah, red team have started strong. They came out of the gates looking to get all those goals and really did well in the first few minutes of the first half. Sat back a bit in the last 5 minutes, giving Blues the opportunity to get back into the game, and also not taking advantage of those chances such as Donis in front of goal.
Yeah, we're going to see if those chances come back to haunt them as we go into the second half. But for sure, I think when it was 4-2 to red team, I thought the distance might start to be created there, and red team really might start to pull away. Players like Yuya definitely showing their creative prowess on the ball, but he's going to have to do a little bit better than that. Andre also putting in a good shift so far. Mark, I'd like to see a little bit more from today, but I think it's kind of expected from him. It's his first game playing at this level. He's got a few things to try and adjust to and get used to the speed of the game. Obviously the game's a lot different compared to the unsigned games that he's been playing in the previous season. Andre on the ball, plays it back into the middle to Donis. Donis out to Yuya. Yuya trying to stand up his man here, looking for the right gap, plays through Andre. Nice patient play from red team here, not rushing, and that final ball just couldn't come off, and this is where the counter-attacks could be dangerous. Ball played through. Gianluca tries a wild volley there, and it's not going to trouble Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces picks up the ball, gives it to Andre in the middle. The Again, just slowing down the game at the right times here. Red team really controlling the tempo of the game. Blue team starting to try and play on the counter-attack. Mark is the player you want to try and beat players 1v1. And Andre's ball across the box to Yuya is not going to come off. And blue team, here we go on the counter-attack. Sean, a little bit naive in possession again, gives it away. It's now an overload, and Donis turns it on when he needs to. Intercepts the ball at the back, goes on a solo effort, sells Gianluca with the fake shot, and again sells Andrea with the shot by putting it through his legs instead of going into the near post.
Till now, that seems like probably the most confident way that you can beat Andrea. He's been so good in front of goal, so good to smother anyone in the box. He's really made the box his own. But when the ball just goes through you like that, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. Worst feeling for a keeper, but amazing effort by Donis.
Obviously, as a goalkeeper, you're always taught to move your legs to try and save the ball with your legs. So as a striker, sometimes the best thing to do is just to shoot at the goalkeeper's legs and expect them to move. Andre with a lovely little nutmeg pass there, opens up the space. Mark on the ball. Now they've got an overload if they can take it. Blue team have done well to get back behind the ball, and Mark is now in possession. Plays the ball through the lines. Andre on the ball, trying to wriggle around and just find a little bit of space, and that is not going to come off that pass there, and blue team are going to restart with the ball. Andrea on the ball, takes the shot. Underwhelming shot there from Andrea. We've seen him hit a few good ones from the halfway line, and it's always a benefit to have when the goalkeeper can take a shot. Lovely little play there from Donis to push the ball into the space to Mark. Mark does well to beat Charles, plays it back across. Yuya over to Donis. And Donis is going to show us that twinkle toe footwork there and keep hold of the ball. Plays the ball across to Yuya. Yuya plays it back out to Old Bill. Old Bill lines up the shot. That's not going to trouble Andrea. We need a better shot there. And Misha's tried to catch Reese out there. It hasn't come off.
Almost succeeding though.
Reese not the most confident there with his hands, and the ball's played across, and that's a chance you really would expect Andre to put in the back of the net, given the chances that he has finished so far. A little bit ahead of him maybe, and he's just stretching for it. Probably a little bit wary of running into the fence as well afterwards.
Yeah, from his reaction it shows that he felt like he probably should have done better with that chance. But definitely, I'm sure that there will be more chances to come, and he's already shown how prolific he is in front of goal from the rest of the game.
We're approaching the 5-minute mark of the second half. 1 goal in it. The game is very evenly balanced. Blue team looking to play on the counter. Red team controlling the game and trying to break down the blue wall. Blue are doing a very good job of staying compact and getting behind the ball, forcing players to try and do that little bit extra creative move to try and create that overload and wiggle a little bit of room to play. Blue team, on the other hand, are just happy to soak up the pressure and come on counter-attacks like this. But they need to be more clinical in front of goal. Doesn't matter how many counter-attacks you get if your shooting is going wide of the goal like that. It's gonna pay costly towards the end of the game.
Yeah, red team, even they might be in the advantage right now, but it doesn't seem like they have managed to counteract them sitting back at the end of the second half either. Still, movement seems very lacking from the red team, so I can see blue team, after showing a very strong defensive performance, getting back into this game.
I mean, with 1 goal in it, it really is anyone's game to take over. Donis on the ball, plays it back to Andre. Andre is going to cut inside, and on his unfavoured right foot there, just blasts it over the bar. Mark does well to intercept the ball there, and Andrea very, very quick off his line to go and make up for the mistake. Gianluca plays the ball back to the goalkeeper. Gianluca now again just playing with Mark there. You can see oozes confidence, Gianluca, very much a confidence player. You get a confident Gianluca on the pitch, he's going to make creative and magical moments happen for you. Definitely, if you're coaching Gianluca this season, you want to try and give him as much freedom as possible to play with that aura of I'm better than everyone else on the pitch. As he drives inside, creates loads of space there, gives it across to Sean, and Sean's output just maybe letting him down again. We saw in the second half of the last game, Sean's output start to fade away as the game went on, and he got a little bit more tired, and he's managed to just show a little bit of energy there. You can see he is tired.
He's definitely looking more tired, but still showing that desire to get on the ball. Maybe he was aware of his lacking performance in the second half of the previous game, and is definitely showing much more effort now to get that goal.
Making up for that tiredness by picking the right times to really use that energy. And I think, again, like you said, maybe a learning curve that he made from the last game was realising that you have to pick your moments in these games. It's not good just to go all out for the whole game. You're much better off being more effective for your team in spurts.
Yeah, and short bursts, especially with the quality of players that are on the pitch, you just can't have it turned on all the time. It's just those crucial moments where you just need to be there for your team and capitalise on those moments.
And that is his second goal of the game. Again, that's 2 games, 4 goals for Sean, really showing that he can hang goal scoring wise. He's definitely going to have a chance of staying in the goal scoring charts this week. And oh my God, what have I just seen from the baby-faced assassin? He's just scalped the tallest player on the pitch, flicked it over his head onto his left foot, and he's just banged it in the top corner. If that isn't goal of the season, I do not know what goal might top that. So far, from the goals we've seen in the first 3 episodes, I think that's got to be the best one.
No, definitely the best one.
Wow,
Definitely.
what a goal.
To be able to chip it over Big Mish. I mean, it's in his name, it's Big Mish.
6'5". Look at the net hanging down there. The room you have to really flick the ball over someone's head and not have it touch the net to cause a free kick is incredible.
And then getting it on your left foot and beating a keeper like Andrea on the half volley. Ridiculous goal.
I think definitely living up to the moniker of the baby-faced assassin. Definitely not what you would expect there. Crazy goal. I'm speechless. Really taken aback by that goal. This is what happens when you put this level of player on the pitch. And again, we've just had one amazing goal down one end. Talk about saves.
Yeah,
Reece.
save.
What a save. Little fingertip there just to tip it onto the post. Point blank range. Really had half a second to react to that shot. And this is where, again, you put so many professional players on the pitch at the same time. You are just guaranteed magic moments. Definitely going to be clipping many parts of this game up for social media highlights because there are just too many good saves and too many good goals happening.
And it's saves like these and moments like these which really make the difference in the game and give the rest of your players the confidence to actually get out there and do their part too.
Gianluca having a howler there. We're going to call that a save from Reece, but really should have been a goal, open goal. He's managed to kick it at Reece. Ball played at the back post, and that's not going to come off. Red team are going to have 9 minutes to try and hold on to this lead. Will they push on for more goals, or will they try and settle and defend? Yuya is definitely not a player that's going to settle as he drives forward, beats 1, beats 2, plays it across to the back post, and it's just not in the area for Andre to attack. Andre definitely a player that likes the ball to feet. I don't think you're going to get as much output from him by putting it up in the air like that for his head. Surprisingly, you do see usually ball players are much better at heading the ball, and I know myself can definitely get a strong connection on the ball with my head. But Andre definitely a player that likes the ball to feet, likes the ball in the area where he can just touch and finish.
Yeah, he is very technical to his feet, and we've seen both Yuya and Andre in a very similar situation a couple of times in this game. Haven't managed to link up properly, but I'm sure they will get more comfortable together throughout the closing moments of this game.
Donis tries to play the ball forward. It has gone out. Blue team on the ball. Gianluca plays the ball to the pickpocket Charles Gandini. Now Gianluca on the ball, tries to fathom a chance, but it doesn't come off, and Andrea is going to have the ball back at the back now. The cat plays the ball out to Big Mish, who cuts in on his left, plays the ball across, and lovely footwork from Yuya. Never ever rush, plays the ball forward. Donis really could punish here, and that right there could be a game-changing save as Andrea now pushes out with the ball, plays it out to Gianluca. Gianluca cuts in, plays it back out to Andrea, and it just hasn't come off. Sean retains the ball, plays it out, and now there is a counter-attack on, but Gianluca does well to get in the way. Old Bill comes across, and again Andrea makes a great sliding save.
Yeah, we're seeing a second keeper playing off of his line just as Pops does. Pops isn't present in this game, but Andrea definitely giving his best Pops impression to play flying keeper further up the pitch and overload. Both
goalkeepers making some incredible saves in the last few moments, which is keeping this game as close as it possibly could be. Andrea now on the ball, plays to Mark. Mark is going to try and create a chance here and hits the post with a toe-poked effort. Almost catches Andrea out at the near post. Sean bringing the ball forward, and Reece is quick off his line to intercept, and now we've got an overload. If Red can take advantage, Andrea just not able to get onto that end of that one. Sean plays the ball quickly, skips the line. Gianluca on the ball, plays it across, and Big Mish gets his first goal of the game. quiet game for Big Mish, but he has picked up when it's counted most. That's an equalising goal from Big Mish. Gianluca turn provider.
Gianluca with another assist over there.
3 assists for the game for Gianluca. Definitely going to help him raise up the tally on the assist leaderboard. The pickpocket doing what he does best, picks the pocket, and almost like that, they've almost got a goal from it, but another great save from Reese.
Yeah, Gianluca isn't really living up to his poacher name right now. He's definitely providing more assists than he is scoring, but I mean, he's providing the role that's required in every single game.
That's a chance there, right there, that blue team really need to take to try and get back into the lead in this game. Mish hits the crossbar, Gianluca fails to make connection with the volley on the rebound, and then a third chance falls to Mish, and he doesn't take it either. Baby-faced assassin wiggling around, and look at that again for a save. We just mentioned Reese's save down the other end to keep the game at 6-5, and Andre Kassar has just done a madness with that save. From one end saving a goal to getting the ball back down the other end to Gianluca, who just absolutely sells Yuya and Reese with a fake pass to cut back on himself and toe poke the ball into the bottom corner. His hat trick, and that is blue team in the lead for the first time in a while. Twinkle Toes creates some space. Another big save from Andrea there. Yuya on the ball, plays out wide to Old Bill. Old Bill standing up his Gargoyle FC teammate Big Mish. Yuya on the ball here, trying to create some space. Donis cuts inside superbly, brings it out wide, and just like that, instant reply. We've always talked about Donis being that creator, and this is where magic moments from Donis are very well needed. Just beats the line, plays the ball out wide to that back post. Again, the futsal background of Andrea there probably, probably proving vital there as he hangs at the back post and gets his hat trick. Now that's both Gianluca and Andrea on a hat trick. Will anyone get the 4th goal and take the lead as the top goal scorer of the game? 4 minutes to do so.
Yeah, just under 4 minutes left in the game. It's still 7-7. I think this has been one of the highest scoring games in the season till now, which is surprising because of the performances that the keepers are showing as well. But
yeah,
some incredible
imagine
goals.
if the goalkeepers weren't as good as they are, showing saves like that, then we could be looking at double digits from both teams right now. We could be looking at 15-15. There's definitely been a lot of chances, and the goalkeepers are earning their paychecks that they don't get so far. Donis does really well.
And Andrea missing that.
Just off the post, I think Andrea Kassar makes a great save.
Definitely Andrea could have capitalized there.
3 minutes remain. Yuya tries a little cheeky back heel there. It doesn't come off, and now we're going to get a counter attack. Big Mish doing well to use his body. This is where Big Mish needs to be more effective. Poor pass to Donis. He takes possession, gives it to Old Bill. Old Bill tries to play down the line. And red team are going to take possession at the halfway line. 2.5 minutes remain. Will one team push to get that winning goal? Played across, and a great save from Andrea again. Donis stabs the ball through. Gianluca intercepts. Sean needs to make the right decision here. Goes for goal, and he takes it wide. You've got to hit the target if you're going to go for goal there. Definitely a chance to counter. 3v2. Probably should have done better there.
Good shot though, and with a keeper like Reese in the goalpost, it's always, you have to find those corners, so it makes it even harder for someone like Sean to just find that bottom corner. Very easy to go off target in that way.
I think definitely could have made a better decision and gone for a pass there. The ball goes out of play, and blue team are going to get, with 2 minutes on the clock, a chance to try and push forward once again. Intercepted by Donis in the middle. Good little shift to push the ball out onto the left into his dangerous area. Plays it to Yuya. Yuya plays it across.
And Andre with his 4th goal.
Andre Kataya, 4 goals. Bullseye, living up to his nickname. On target, look at that, onto that wizard left foot again, look at that, just a strong effort right past Mish. Maybe Mish could have tried to stay a bit braver and stronger there, turned his body ever so slightly, but I don't think you can complain for Mish there, for the effort being from such a close distance and really just trying to take anything on the ball to try and block it. It's a very difficult task when you're not allowed to use your hands there to try and make the block.
And Andre's super shot as well makes it incredibly hard for anybody to get on the end of it to make those saves. You have to put your body on the line. That's why goalkeeping is such a tough job at the end of the day. But Yuya and Andre linking up again. Yuya
skipping around 2 players there, almost gets past Andre Kassar as well, but doesn't work. Blue team, you can see the added urgency now. They know they've got 30 seconds to get a goal. Charles is not going to help the team by hitting shots like that. Definitely should have had better technique. Ball comes in. Sean picks up the ball. Mish now driving on the ball. Will he take him on 1v1? Plays the ball to a great area of Gianluca. Bad touch. Something unfamiliar for Gianluca, but he's recovered very well to get the ball. Beats the player. And that right there could be a game-winning save from Reese. What a fucking save from point-blank range. This is the last attack of the game. Gianluca is going to have to do something special. Andrea's come up as well. Reese makes the save, and that is full time. The game ends 8-7 to red team. Blue team tried their hardest in the final stages of the game to try and get that comeback and get the game tied. And they had such a good chance to do it with Gianluca at the end, but he just could not apply the finishing touch. And red team walk away the winners, well-deserved winners, 8-7 in a very close game with some amazing goals. Steve, give me a little recap of the game. How were your thoughts?
I think either team could have walked away with the win here, and would be saying that both of them would have deserved to walk away with the win. I think a draw would have definitely been the best outcome of this game, but I mean, it's always great when somebody actually wins. Definitely the keepers keeping both of the teams in the game. Lots of opportunities, lots of goals, and some amazing goals in this game too. Andre definitely showing the reason why he is here in this episode, getting 4 goals, 1 assist, linking up well with Yuya, linking up well with the rest of the team. Really good.
So what you mentioned is a very key point there. So going to the result of the game, obviously the winners, every player on that team received 3 points for winning the game. So that is a huge boost to their overall score, and something that's really going to help the players stand out. For the likes of the man of the match, Reese's Pieces, I think it had to go to him.
Not surprised at all that it went to Reese. I think if Blue Team would have won, it would have gone to Andrea. I think one of the keepers had to win man of the match in this game.
I think definitely the goalkeepers played their part. You're going to see a highlight package of Reese's best saves from the game today. And we will say Yuya did actually tie for points for the man of the match, but obviously Reese just put in such a splendid performance as well that it had to go to Reese. I think without him in goal, there definitely would have been a different result. And Reese was definitely a key part of why red team held on and got the victory in the end.
I mean, 25 saves in one game, that's genuinely incredible for a goalkeeper.
Record-breaking game so far for Reese. That's 25 saves. That is the highest tally so far in the Fives, and it proves why. You just saw a little highlight reel there of his best saves. And incredible, just the amount of split saves you saw. And now we're going to go to goal of the game, where I think there was only one winner in this game. And Yuya Amura, the baby-faced assassin, take a bow, son. Look at the precision of that flick to take it over the head of Big Me, 6'5", onto his unfavoured left foot. He is a right-footed player. To then take the ball on the volley with his weaker foot and put it that high up into the top corner of the goal, past a goalkeeper of the quality of Andrea Casar. Like, come
Definitely.
on. This is ridiculous. This is the level of quality that we look forward to seeing at the Fives. And now let's go and have a look at the tally of the charts at the end of the game. So goals, we are looking at Gianluca Zamit pushing ever so further away. Obviously Mish had a bit of a poor game today.
Yeah, it wasn't his strongest game.
Luca Gat not here. So again, another opportunity for Gianluca to push that goal tally with 3 goals even further away. Now he's sitting on top by double the amount of second place. Andre Katayar, definitely someone who's going to be the biggest threat to Gianluca so far. 4 goals in one game. If he continues at that trajectory, then definitely going to get more goals from Andre, and that's going to push him further up the leaderboard. Donis on the assist leaderboard, sitting on 7. I think he only added 1 assist to his tally today. Had a good game.
Donis had a very good game, was very controlling in this game, a bit of a different role to his other games, I would say. But I guess what you can say is that the team which is created around him as well would tie into how he would play. Probably not getting that many assists because there was a bit less movement in the team for today, but still up there in first. Gianluca catching up. Like, he's first in the most goals, second in the most assists. Is he right now the most prolific player in this season till now?
I think so, yeah. When you look at 15 goal involvements in 3 games, that's an average of 5 goal involvements a game. That's pretty fucking high numbers that you can't
amazing
underestimate. Yeah, really, really good performance from Gianluca today. I think he's unfortunate, really, not to have won man of the match when you look at his tally.
Probably.
I think the loss, being on the losing side, probably played a critical role in him not winning man of the match today. And again, him not winning goal of the game is going to set him back a few points that he's used to getting in his games. Donis, again, like we've mentioned before, sometimes he does take up that role in the team where it's maybe not he's the unsung hero. Doesn't get the points maybe he deserves, but he's controlling the tempo, dictating the game, and plays the pass to the guy that gets the assist. So maybe unfortunate not to walk away with a few more points this game, but
for sure,
definitely when you watch the game back, a solid performance. We're going to look at the best defenders now, and we've got a new hero on the scene emerging, fast rising up the table. 33 defensive plays so far from Charles Gandini. Definitely a strong game for him today. A lot of defensive plays. It's going to catch him up to Luca, who obviously wasn't here today, who's seeing some players creep a little bit closer to him now.
Yeah, but Luca has played 2 games now. Charles has played 2 games. We're seeing how close all of the leaderboards are once most of the players keep getting on the same amount of games. Just as we saw Andre with the most goals creeping up with 1 game. Charles always showing a great defensive performance. What do you think? Do you think he's going to end up first by the end? Luca, we'll have to see with the amount of games.
Do you know what? I think it's going to be a very, very tight race. I think there's a few more defensive players that are going to come into the series later on. So there's definitely going to be a few more new faces that take over the leaderboard. I definitely won't see Gianluca's face on there by the end of the series. Mr. Zero defending, I think is getting a bit of benefit from playing 3 games so far and having a lot more games than some of the other players. But yeah, I think there's a few more people to look out for that will come into the series a bit later on. Charles and Luca definitely going to be battling it out for top defender, as well as a few other players. I think Luka Mijic is another one to keep your eyes out for, another solid defensive player. Talking about close leaderboards, look at the goalkeepers right now, all on 3 games, 39, 37, 37.
Yeah, we were just talking about this in the previous episode as well, how Reece only played 1 game till now and was trailing Pops. And now, after both have played 2 games, they're right there even on scores. Andrea just taking it at the top spot, but Reece getting the record saves in this game will definitely have an impact on the rest of the season. And with more keepers to come throughout the season, we'll see how this leaderboard shapes out. But Andrea and Reece doing their best to catch up with Pops over there.
Really, really solid performances from the goalkeepers. It's what I like to see. The goalkeepers making it very, very tricky for anyone to overtake them right now and score goals against them. Looking at the final leaderboard, obviously the most important one, the overall MVP leaderboard, we're looking at Gianluca pushing himself further ahead now. Obviously, Luca didn't play, so that gives a great opportunity for some of the other players to catch up, like we're seeing. Gianluca now 53.5 points. Sitting comfortably at the top, there's an 11.5 difference. Reece has pushed himself a bit higher on the leaderboard. Mish is still in contention, and Donis as well. We're looking at most of the players that have played 3 games, really, aren't we?
Yep, that's it, exactly. Apart from Reece, who's played 2, but that man of the match, really pushing him up there, taking Pops' spot from last episode, to sit there right in contention with the other players, with the outfield players. It's always interesting to see a keeper vying for the MVP as well, because everybody else, what you always see in a game is the assists and the goals, and the most important thing to come out of a game is always the goal of the match. But Reece definitely putting his imprint in this season by winning man of the match and being 3rd in the overall MVP.
Exactly, definitely something that I've tried to level the playing field for goalkeepers, defenders, strikers and midfielders in the series, is making sure that every stat is accounted for. Obviously we don't track passing, but I don't think the passes are really that most important. The assist is the one that really gets counted. But when it comes to defensive plays and goalkeeping saves, it's a surefire way to pick up half points and tally up over time. So if you put in a good performance like Reece has shown today, you can steal the credit from some of the more glamorous positions like the strikers and the midfielders. So nice to see the goalkeepers getting their credit where it's deserved, and we'll see if they can stay in the overall MVP leaderboards moving forward. Guys, that's going to be the end of episode 3. We hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure you tune in next week, Saturday, 6 p.m. for episode 4. We're going to see a whole host of new faces in episode 4, including some important returns from season 1. You're going to see the likes of TJ returning, the likes of Willie returning, all very, very big fan favourites from season 1. They're finally back into the fold, so make sure you come back for episode 4 next week. And guys, make sure you leave a like on the episode, subscribe for more five-a-side and podcast content from the Unprofessional Footballer, and comment down below if there's anyone else that you would like to see in the series, or who you're most looking forward to seeing in the series coming up. Steve, anything to say before we sign out?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the next episode brings. Hopefully Luca's there to try and get some more points to start climbing back up those leaderboards. Yeah, definitely excited for the next episode and the rest of the season.
Right, guys, we'll see you next week, and that is it from us, and Steve can now go to his brunch. Goodbye.